All right, kiddies, dating update time. I really been needing to do this for a couple of days now. First of all, you noticed I grew the beard out, which you could kind of see on the earlier videos, but it was gray, so it didn't stick out. It sticks out now with the, dipped myself upside down in the ink bottle. And basically I do that just to look closer to my actual age. I don't think it makes me look younger. I don't look like I'm in my 30s or 40s, no matter what I do. I'm an old fart, but at least I don't look like I'm in my 60s either, which I'm not yet, thank God. So I do it once a month. I've just been slacking. Today's like the 5th or 6th or whatever. It's past the 1st, so I just was, that's why you could see I had fucking roots and shit like that. But whatever. Anyway, I got around to doing it. Dating. So the 27-year-old, the last video I did, I talked about this amazing night I had with this amazing woman, party girl, just, good time, Charlie, just fun, and, I went into detail on the last one about that. Great date. Still great date. Still probably the best date I ever had in my life, no doubt. So I was supposed to see her again. And I'm messaging her using this Line app thing that they use here in Southeast Asia. It's like Skype, but people use it all the time. So from what I understand, it's more like, the hell's going on here? Oh, it's just the light. Or no, I missed. Holy shit. That's fucked up. Anyway, it's like, it's a chat. It's people use it to chat, kind of like Facebook Messenger, I think, back in the States. So I'm chatting with the 27-year-old, and she's like, I'm going for surgery next week. Remember I told you she had the fake tits, which I didn't like. Fake nose, well, not fake nose, but worked on nose, and I really even couldn't tell the difference. I think she made it smaller. I'm not sure. She showed me before and after, and I couldn't see the difference. Now she wants lips, the big fat lips that a lot of the younger ladies these days have, which is just stupid. It looks ridiculous, especially when it's fake. They get injections or whatever the fuck they do. And ass, she wants to get her ass bigger. And I liked her ass. Her ass was nice. It was shaped good. It was, real. And she wants to get a big, fake, fat butt. So I'm just like, whatever. Youth, right? The mistakes of youth. She's very vain. She's very into her look. She, wants to be a model. And she's pretty, but she's not model pretty. You know what I mean? Like, she's like kind of a regular looking girl. Pretty girl, but she's not a model. And I think she really wants to be in the worst way. She takes a lot of selfies. You know the type. You know that type of girl. So she says, I've put half down, and I need to pay the other half for surgery next week. So who's she looking to pay for the surgery? So we've got mobile phone, right? We've got cash, just give me cash money. We've got the coffee machine, right, for the salon lady. My mother stole my money, and now we add to the list, I need money for surgery. And I didn't ask how much. I didn't block her, which is funny. I just like, okay, it's, bye-bye. I basically said, okay, I'm not interested in funding your surgery, and I thought that was it. So, she's like, bye-bye, I'm bye-bye, and just, okay. But I didn't block her, which is interesting, because normally I block them. When they ask for money, I block them. 10:30 that night, she writes me, I'm horny, tee-hee, ha-ha, whatever. I'm just like, oh my God, this chick is fucking crazy. She is insane. And here's the thing about me. I'm tired. A lot of nights I go to bed at 10:30. That's how fucking pathetic I am here. I wake up at 6 in the morning, probably why, but I'm tired by 10:30 and I go to bed. In America, I stayed up till 1, 2 a.m., watch TV, watch movies, and then sleep till 8:30 or 9. So here it's more like go to bed 10:30, 11, and wake up at 6, 6:30, 7 at the latest. So I'm sitting here on the couch, I'm watching a movie, I'm settled in for the night, I'm old, I'm just like, no, I'm not going to get in my truck and drive 20 minutes and pick you up and bring you here. I know it'll be the second best date of my life. I know it's the time of my life. I know I'm going to be, sore but happy in the morning. But no, I'm not coming. And she didn't take that too well. She was pretty disappointed because, she's horny. She wants it now. Like, come get me, like right now. Drop everything. And no. So apparently that's not over, which I thought it was when she asked for the money. And I did, obviously put things in perspective for me. And I knew I guess from the first day I met her, I said, we're not getting married and, blah, blah, blah. But it's interesting that door is still open, because when she pissed me off and asked for the money, I went ahead and took the credit card out and paid for my subscription to, the Match.com of Thailand, which is called Thai Cupid, all one word, THAI Cupid.com. The minute I did that, the site completely changed for me. Imagine that. You pay money and the fucking floodgates open. So, and it's, 1,800 baht, so $60 for 3 months, right? 3-month membership. And instead of 55 to 61-year-old overweight Thai ladies from provinces out in the middle of nowhere, now I've got 30-year-olds and 36-year-olds and 46-year-olds from Chiang Mai, women who weigh 88 pounds and are 4'10", and I mean just every type of Thai lady imaginable, every age range, some are not working, some have their own businesses, one has a bunch of houses she's selling, she's a career lady and has houses she rents out. I mean, it runs the gamut. And I have been having a fucking blast just going through, sorting the possibilities. And because my memory isn't what it used to be, what I'm finding is I have to do screenshots. I got a Note 20, so I got the S Pen, and I take screenshots of their bio. So when I'm talking to them, I can remember their age and their occupation and if they've got kids and their height and weight, right? So I know in general who I'm talking to, because I made a little separate folder in my gallery where I download the pictures from the site and their bio, the little bio from Thai Cupid. It's like a little one-page thing. And once again, it just, it helps me remember who I'm talking to. And the deal is the same as Tinder, that you chat with them a little bit on Thai Cupid, and then the minute they say, I don't come on here often, which they all do, or just, once you start to chat more than like 5-10 times back and forth, once you have a conversation going, you suggest, hey, do you have Line? Do you have Line app? And they do. They all do. Everybody has Line here. So then you get their Line ID and you add them as a friend in Line. And it's much easier to chat with multiple people in Line. Just go from one to the other. It pops up with notification. You have a message and all that. So, and you can send these little goofy emojis and stickers on the bear, you're the rabbit. All the stuff I did 2 years ago with my ex-girlfriend. You can send pictures. You can take a selfie right there in the app and send it. They can take pictures and send to you. Make sure you're talking to the person who's up on the thing. Make sure their photo matches what they have online, because there's scams out there too, and everywhere. Thai Cupid, Line, Tinder, everywhere. So you gotta be careful. But yeah, Line is a superior app to chat with. So as soon as you can, you get them over to Line. You can video call. I've had 2 video calls with 2 different ladies so far. Just in part, once again, make sure it's a real, live, walking, talking person. And for you dirty-minded dudes, who are all sexed up in America, because you don't get any sex in America, with a video call, obviously, it could be late at night, whatever floats your boat. My buddy Sean's done that with women, sexting or sex calls or dirty calls or whatever the fuck you, phone sex, whatever the hell you want to call it. You can do that on video also. So Line app is the shiznit, and it does make managing, talking to more than one person, very good. So I've had a couple of dates. The first one was a winner. I mean, this is the cool thing about Thailand. This is the cool thing about dating. I felt like she had enough of qualities I'm looking for that she could have been the long-term solution, right? Here I am just dating, just sifting through the numbers, right? Because I'm getting a lot of responses once I paid. It went from very few responses, 10, 12 in a week, which is, 1/20th of what I had last time, to, I'm sure I got the 200 now. I haven't counted, but, there's 20 a day coming in instead of 20 a week. And these are quality women that I would actually date, whereas in the beginning when I didn't pay, there was nobody in that initial responses that were in Chiang Mai and were dateable and according to what I'm looking for. So this first girl, very sweet, very quiet, afraid of COVID. That's a big thing here. A lot of them are afraid of COVID, so that's not unusual. Cute. I talked about her in the 4-hour video, and I said thick. And when I say thick, it's in a good way. So she's like average or medium as opposed to skinny or fat, but it's all in the right places. Very curvy, very well put together. She was stacked, and she had really nice hips. So tiny, which I love, 5 foot, but well put together. Most of the Thai women are 5 foot, and then they're petite, they're rails, they're skinny, like skeleton skinny. She wasn't skinny at all. Like she had a great little body, and I was very interested in getting to know her better. And she flamed out. We were supposed to have the second date the other day, and in between she just annoyed the hell out of me. Super negative, super depressed. Wanted me to buy a mask from her, wanted me to buy lotion. I'm like, I'm a guy, what the hell am I going to buy lotion for? She's like, that's my job, that's my business. I'm like, well, great. And then she tried to sell me a mask. And I was like, no, I'm good, I got my mask, thank you. Oh, you don't support me. What the fuck are you talking about? It's a stupid mask. I mean, do you want me to give you $100? I'll give you a fucking $100. Keep the mask. Whatever. And then the morning of our date, which was yesterday, she says, I have a problem. I'm like, what's that? What's your problem? I have a bank loan. I have to pay. I don't have the money. Here we go. Okay. iPhone, coffee machine, surgery, bank loan. There we go. Add that to the list. I'm writing a book, right? I'm going to write a fucking book or make a video, right? Because of all the different shit they come up with. I'm like, okay. I'm playing along. I mean, I had one date with this girl. We're not there. We could have been there. I really feel like we could have. I was insanely attracted to her, and who knows if it would have stood the test of time. But now I know it wouldn't have. But back then I was very optimistic after the first date, thinking, yeah, she could go all the way, right? And she says 50,000, and it took her like 10 back and forth to give me the 50,000 number. She's like, COVID hurt a lot of people. I'm like, yeah, what the hell does that have to do with how much your bank loan is? I asked you a simple question. Like, why? The way her mind was, it was like she was fucking retarded, because she just wouldn't answer a simple question. I was very direct, and Thai people are not direct. She just kept swimming around shit. I'm like, how much is it? Very simple question. No trick. No, stop telling me 10 different things like about COVID and your daughter, and like, how much is the loan? 50,000 baht. So that's 1,500 US. It's not a lot of money. So what I understand is she's got a problem. She can't make the payment on the bank loan, right? Payment is not 50,000. The balance is 50,000. What's the payment? In America, you borrow 50 grand. It's going to be 1,000, 2,000, but depending on the terms, how long, the interest rate, there's a payment that you make towards that 50 grand, right? Every month. So what's the payment? Because that's the problem. The 50,000 isn't the problem. It's a long-term problem. It's not a short-term problem. The payment, the monthly payment, is the problem. So let's solve the problem. How much is that? She wouldn't tell me. She wouldn't tell me. She wouldn't tell me. I'm like, okay, very simple question. I don't know what's wrong with you. I'm getting a little heated. Like, just answer the question. What is the monthly payment? And either she didn't understand me, the translation, or whatever. She's just a scammer. Who knows what the hell happened? But she writes me back 25,000 baht, which is what, half, $750. And it's like, I've never in my life heard of a loan where the payment is half of the balance of the loan. That's not really a loan at that point. The monthly payment is half. I'll say, oh, you got the 2-month payment plan, do you? 100% interest? I mean, what the fuck? Yeah, 50% interest? Balloon payment interest, 50%? No, bye. I was like, listen, there's no such loan. You're insulting my intelligence. Goodbye. And I blocked her. I did what I didn't do to the 27. I blocked this chick. And it hurt me a little bit to block her because, I mean, when I say thick, I mean that in a good way. Thick, like juicy thick. Like, yeah, I haven't seen many Thai ladies put together like this one. And she looked better in person than her picture, which is, of course, usually the opposite. This girl looked really good in person. I was feeling it. So when she asked for the 25,000 baht, it made me sad because I was looking forward very much to pursuing that one. And she was the first girl that I met in person off of Thai Cupid. The next day, I meet a clone of my ex-girlfriend, and of course that's a bad thing because I don't want anything to do with that lady that I was with last year. She was a fucking nut job in so many ways and a thief. So that's not a good vibe to get, but just I'm smart enough not to hold it against this lady because she is built like my old girlfriend. A lot of ladies here in Thailand are built like my old girlfriend, who was 4'9" and 90 pounds. There's plenty. If you like petite women, Jesus Christ, book a ticket to Thailand. Hurry. They're all over the place here. So she's older, just like my ex. My ex was 44. This girl's 45. And that woman, is 45. She's petite. I think she's a little bit taller, maybe 4'10", but right around the same, 90, 92 pounds. Small. Not thick. Which is, I like. That's why I dated that lady for a year. I'm attracted to that body type. She speaks very good English, which obviously Wanweepa didn't speak English. So that is a huge relief because the communication, especially in the beginning too, is key. I started my relationship with Wanweepa using the Line app. I was still in America, and we would talk 5 hours a day using the translator in the Line app. So that's when it built the foundation. Here, I'm doing it in person, the old-fashioned way. So very important that they speak English and understand English, and this lady does. So that's cool. Just a regular lady. Nothing. She's not the lady with the houses or a business. She works at a shoe store. Lives in a typical Thai apartment. She's just a regular lady. Nice, sweet, kind lady. Gentle. Thai. She's Buddhist. This is Thai women. This is what guys go crazy for. So, if I didn't have the experience that I had last year with Wanweepa from Pak Chung, where I quit Thai Cupid after 1 week, after meeting her and talking to her, and then I just talked to her exclusively for the next 3 weeks, and then I showed up and spent 3 weeks with her here, and then went home and talked to her exclusively for the next 2 months, 3 months before I came back, and spent time with her exclusively for the next year, right? All that exclusiveness did not turn out so well. And once again, in the beginning, I really do believe she loved me. Maybe I'm a sucker, maybe I'm naive. I don't think so, but whatever, it could be. But in the end, it got ugly, right? There wasn't a whole lot of love at the end on either person's part. So, if I hadn't had that experience last year, how I said the first one, I felt like it had the potential to go all the way. Then I found out more about her, which is what you do. Time passes, you get to know the person, and you're like, oh, okay, no good, okay, it was great, oh, well, she feels this way, and she said this, and she's afraid to leave her house. She's like agoraphobic, and she was crazy. She's a crazy lady. They're out there. There's crazy guys out there, and there's crazy ladies out there. She was a crazy lady. So was the one last year, right? And if she wasn't in the beginning, she turned it. So either way, she wound up crazy lady. So this lady's not crazy. The second one, the little small one, And she, like I said, polite, kind, sweet, adorable. I mean, just, tiny. Um, and if I hadn't gone through what I went through last year, I would close down TiCupid right now and just be with her, because everything I know about her so far, we've had 2 dates, is great. There's no deal breakers. I know for a fact I could live the rest of my life here in Thailand with this lady and be very happy. So here's the problem with that. I think that's true of more than one person. And I think that's true for everybody, that there's more than one. I'm not sure about the soulmate thing. I'm not 100% sold on that. Because honestly, I divorced Lauren, my ex-wife. I could have stayed married to her. I absolutely could have gotten over that hump of the money issue that we had and been very happy spending the rest of my life with that woman. She was a lot of fun. Like I said, she was a sweet girl, a lot of fun. I was attracted to her, to the day we got divorced. It wasn't like anything was dead, sexually or whatever. Everything was good, but just not good enough, right? And maybe that's my problem. I'll freely admit that. But yeah, I feel like the way I feel about this lady, I can feel about other women too. So I'm going to have to make a choice at some point. And I think it's the hardest choice in the world for people to make, not men, but people. Do you like this other person enough to know with certainty you don't ever want to be with anybody else? If you're not a scumbag, if you're not a cheater, that's the decision you're making when you go all in. So when I get off of TiCupid for a woman, I'm basically saying she is good enough for me, a good enough fit, there's a good enough connection that I'm not interested in finding any other options out there. I've been going to buffets my whole life and taking a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but here I'm going to eat steak and eggs for breakfast every morning, and I'm going to like it. And it's more complicated than that. It's not the same as eating the same food every day, but it kind of sort of is. It's a decent analogy, if not an exact one. So if you're looking to come to Thailand and just have sex, that's here. There's plenty of women who have this dream of being with a Farang, and they will sleep with you hoping to be your girlfriend. That's here. If that's what you want, come here, take it. If you're here looking just to have fun and date casually, meet a girl, take her out, have date, but this with no long term, that's here. That's here too. There's plenty of girls, especially younger ones, who are averse to commitment, and they just want to have fun. The 27-year-old, she just wants to have fun. She wants to have a good time. She's not looking to marry anybody. If you're more comfortable, if you're like a one-woman man, if you've been married 10 years and dated another woman 5 years, and that's how you roll, especially if you're older, like me, out of shape, broken down, that's here too. So here's the thing. I'm being a bit of a player right now because I'm communicating with so many. I have 8 right now, where the gallery, the pictures, I downloaded the pictures and downloaded the profile, and I'm chatting back and forth. Sometimes it gets pretty hectic, juggling. Shit, I gotta get ready. I got a date for lunch. So juggling that has been work, which I said, which is why another reason I just want to be with one person. But it's very difficult to narrow the field down, because you meet somebody and they're sweet and they're nice. In America, it was harder to meet a quality person who had really good values and morals and you were super attracted to, and that was attracted to you. Here, it's very easy to meet a lady like that. So that's the problem. That's the struggle, is to be able to figure out if there's 6 women that you've met, that you talk to and communicate with, and you feel chemistry with and you feel a connection with and you're attracted to, and they like you. That's the dilemma, the Thai dilemma, right? Thai fever. Well, I think Thai fever has come here and bang a bunch of women. That's Thai fever. Thai dilemma is come here and meet 5 or 6 quality ladies that you know you could probably be happy the rest of your life with. You could see yourself, living. We used to say in real estate, if the customer can see where their furniture goes in the house, they're buying the house. If you can see yourself living with this lady next year in a villa, with the pool, you bought the house. You're, and that's what the thing. I mean, 2 dates, and I'm 95% sure that that's the little one. I could. Fuck, 99%, dude. I mean, 99% chance I could make it work with that lady for the rest of our lives. So that's the problem. It's good, right? You want it to be good, the dating scene. It's too good. It's too good. And I made the video catch up. I didn't realize I would say that, but yeah, that's it, man. That's why fucking verbal diarrhea, because eventually it comes out. The dating scene in Thailand for a single guy looking for a long-term relationship is too good. Too good to be true. If you're not here, you're having trouble believing it. And too good as in you've got too many choices. And what could happen is what happened to me last year, where you pick the first one or you pick the third one or 10th one, and they turn out not good in the long run. So don't get married. Listen to me, you fucking idiot. Do not get married until you spend a year with the person. If you haven't spent 12 months, 4 seasons with a person, you don't know that person. Do not get married after a week. Do not get married after a month. If you do one thing right in your fucking life, it's don't get married right away. Wait a year. You got time. You got plenty of time. If it's right, it's going to be right a year from now. That was the smartest thing I've done since I've been in Thailand, was not get married to that lady. Obviously, it turned out to be a fucking disaster. She turned out to be a fucking disaster. So I am very, very glad I didn't make that mistake and marry her. And I told her up front, it's going to be a year before I marry you. Set expectations. Be open, be honest, communicate. I said right up front, we're not going to get married. And boy, was that the right move. Turned out to be, once again, smartest thing I've done since I've been here. So take my advice. Come to Thailand. Have a fucking blast. If you're here for a long time, understand it's going to be a tough choice because there's so many eligible, quality women here. It's hard to choose. And if you ever go to a restaurant and you're looking at the menu and it's the first time you're at the restaurant, you're just like, wow, that's good. I'll have that. Oh, I'll have the pasta. I love pasta. Oh, man, look at that steak. Oh, ribeye with fucking mushroom sauce and blue cheese. And, oh, my God, look at that. Fucking Philly cheesesteak and, roast French dip. And, I mean, just you're like, there's 10 things on that menu I could eat. Yep, it's like that. It's like that here. So another date, I gotta go, gotta shower, get ready, go pick her up. She's a jock, she plays volleyball, she's taller than most Thai ladies, obviously plays volleyball. She's thick too. She's a taller version of the first one that I dumped because she asked for the bank payment or loan payment. But we'll see what happens. So once again, I could stop just based on last night, but because of last year, I feel like I need to keep at least, I want to meet and have at least one date, if not 2, with all of these prospects, right? So that's the plan. That's the update. You all be good. I'm going to go take care of business.